Hi guys, welcome back to SimRaid YT. Today we'll be looking at the dungeon map in the Arcane Keep. But first, before we start that off, I thought I'd just show you my Great Hall so you can see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm only a low level to mid, getting closer to the mid level in the game, so my Great Hall is starting to increase in levels, but the most important is to work on accuracy. Now the reason I have the 10-10 down here on the Void Champions is I mostly have Void Champions in my team, so I worked on them first to get them up higher, to give them more accuracy, and I'm working on crit damage as well for them. Okay, so we'll go down into the dungeon, into the Arcane Keep. We'll have a look at this here, what it says for the boss guide. As you can see, he's got his wind slash, attacks all enemies, inflicts 50% less damage. Last stand, places 60% increased defense buff, a 30% increased speed on himself, and almighty immune passive as well, immune to stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, block, active skills, block, passive skills, fear, true fear, petrification. Debuffs also immune to HP exchange effects, HP balancing effects, and cooling down increasing effects. So he's also placed a 30% increased speed and a 60% increased defense on himself. He has 2 minions to help him out. The minions are the side little champions he has. The left one places a 50% decreased attack debuff on your team, and the right one removes all buffs from your champions. So you really want to take them out first as quickly as possible so they're not affecting your boss. Then to defeat this boss, you will need champions that place buffs on allies. Any buffs will do as long as your team can be buffed. So we'll have a look what champions I'm going to use here. We'll go back into the champion section. So I'm going to have Mother Cybele really to start off because she has an additional 24% speed for the team. So that gives extra speed. The idea of the speed is to make it so you can take more turns and have your turns before the enemy does, so you got more chance of killing them before you take damage yourself or dying. So I set up as much speed as possible. I have 247 speed on her, accuracy of 184. Now with accuracy it works by, if you work on yourself about 10 accuracy per level, it gives you a good chance of still getting your skills away. So like if you had level 10, you'd want 100 as accuracy. Level 20, 200 accuracy, or pretty close to it. Now, Mother Cybele's here for her Soul Shepherd. Places a revive on death buff, 60% increased defense buff on allies for 2 turns. So if you have champions who die, she can bring them back. That's the idea of bringing her in the team with her additional speed and her uncanny transfer. What this is you have a champion which is low in health. You can transfer Mother Cybele's health across to that champion, and then puts a block buff on Mother Cybele to take any damage, so she can re-heal herself to give herself some energy back, health back. The masteries, we won't go too much into it, but as you can see, this is how I set up in offense and defense here. Next champion will be Solus. Now Solus, I've set him up as a nuker. So you can see here is his masteries, he has to do a lot of damage and a bit of defense for himself. I can go in and show you all these step by step, but you're able to look in your own section as to what each one of these is by just highlighting over them, and you can see what I've chosen. His skills, it's just so much, it's power just to do damage. Now I have him blocked, he's booked out as well to give him the additional damage and the buff chances. His artifacts, as you can see, I've got him on crit damage 156. Over time, as I still keep getting better and better gear, you just swap over, put different gear until you're at the stage where you have your sets, and then you can set them in what sets you want to run them in. Accuracy, I have him at 200, so he should be pretty good to level 20. With speed, we've got quite a bit of speed on him to take turns, so he's at 180, 191 in speed. What other champion we're going to use here? Well, we're going to use Ghostborn because she has skills of attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense buff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted, so that means automatically whatever happens, it will work on those champions, which then helps with my nukers to give them extra damage because they got the defense buff on there. and increasing the attack on your own champions. That's the major skill of her. Artifacts, as you can see, I haven't got it really booked out yet, but I've got a lot of speed, so that'll make it that she'll go after Mother Cybele, and she'll be go before my nuker. So having the extra speed, she goes ahead of the nukers, which gives them, then they'll have the defense buffs up and the extra attacks buff on themselves. Accuracy, not so much, I don't need it, because as you remember, that skill, it's automatically places 100%. You know, they don't get buffed, can't be resisted. Masteries, where you can see here I've got her in some offense and defense. Our other nukers on the team will be Cold Heart. Here's her masteries in offense and a bit of support for herself. You know, this just gives the extra accuracy through these ones here. The skills is just really about this Heart Seeker, and you know, it'll turn the turn meter of the other champions back to decreases back to 0 each time to make it they don't take their turns. But this is all it's for, is damage. Artifacts, you can see here I've got a bit of speed on it, which will make it still. She'll come in after Ghostborn, so she'll have those boosts on her and the defense on the enemy as well down. I've got her in 184 crit damage, so she'll do a lot of damage, and her accuracy is very high, so she'll have no problems at all with her skills to get those skills away. Our other champion will be Raw Guard, another nuker. So I have 3 nukers in the team, you know, just to do the damage as fast as possible. He has only 154 damage, so over time, you know, increase the damage, gives you more damage when he's attacking. Accuracy at 219, so he'll be fine to do the level 20. And then a speed of 170, 181. But yeah, it's just all about the skills. The takedown, that's his damage. Put the books on, it gives you additional damage, and it increases it according to enemy max HP. His masteries are the same. Put him in offense. You know, offense gives you the extra for your attack, and then support to help himself with a bit of accuracy. And I think that was it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was it for the champions. So yeah, that's where we're at. We'll be doing the Arcane Keep. And where are we at here? We're stage 9 of the Arcane Keep with the cost of 10 energy. And we'll get straight underway. Won't take as much to defeat this boss. Okay, and that was Arcane Keep stage 9 with 3,900 silver as reward and 4 greater arcade potions. Okay, thank you guys. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you on the next one.